All right, I'm the Flat Rate Master, and today we're talking about how I choose what scan tool I grab on which car. All right, so one of the questions I get asked a lot is, since you have the Bosch ADS 625, do you still use the Snap-on? Do you still use the Autel? I always get those questions, and the answer is always yes. I use all of them. Now, quick caveat, we'll get into which tool I grab for which kind of car in a minute, but I sometimes have 2, 3, sometimes 4 cars going on at once diagnosing. So I might have the Bosch in one car or hanging out on my toolbox. I might have the Snap-on another car, the Autel on a third car, sometimes the OTC Encore on another car. Because I do so much diagnostic work, I, go through a lot of tools as far as, pulling them out, doing this, setting up automated tests, going on to the next car, working on that one while that automated test is going on, etc., etc. Now, let's go over the scan tools I have in my toolbox. Now, of course, we'll go with the oldest one as far as wired. I've got the OTC Encore wired scan tool, and honestly, this is my last grab because it's wired. Only reason is because it's wired. I don't like sitting there tethered. I've got the Bosch ADS 625, Veris Edge, and the Autel Maxisys MS 908S Pro. What scan tool do I grab on what cars? Well, domestic and Asian, my go-to has been the Bosch. Pull the Bosch out, do what I need to do 90% of the time at least. Wiring diagrams. I actually diagnosed a Ford the other day in the parking lot with just the ADS 625 because of the built-in service information. I found what firing order was. I found it was misfiring on a cylinder that I had access to. Well, I know Mario's going to get a little upset about this, but I swapped coils, again, out in the parking lot, and my misfire moved. I found I had a bad coil. I didn't really see a need to pull out a scope. Now, if it had been the back cylinders, I probably would have pulled out the scope and looked at coil vents on all 6 coils, but that is my go-to for most cars, actually. The graphing is good, all that stuff. It's a good tool. Now, when I know I'm doing security stuff, I grab the Autel. European cars, except Volkswagen, this is my first grab. If it's a BMW, Volvo, except Volkswagen and Audi, this is my first grab tool. Saab too, by the way, which technically is GM, but neither one of those tools actually cover it. What do I grab the Snap-on for? Well, Volkswagen and Audi, but not for Snap-on. As you can see by my update, I have VAGCOM installed on this. VAGCOM is my first choice for Volkswagen. Or if I'm working on, or if I just need to reset the CBS condition-based service on a BMW, I will grab the Snap-on. It's quick and easy. I know it works. Usually at that point I'm done. I want to get the car, shipped. So I grab the Snap-on if I just need to do a CBS reset. If it's more intensive than that, I grab the Autel. The OTC Encore is basically not really a last resort, but it's a tool I grab when everything else is tied up. If somebody else is borrowing one of my tools, my 2 tools that get borrowed the most are the Snap-on and the Autel. Daniel likes the Encore because he's used to it. If somebody's borrowing one of my scan tools, I go to the next one. And people always ask me why I've got multiple scan tools. Well, that's one of the reasons. Now, while I will admit this is a nice luxury to have 4 scan tools at my disposal, really 5 if you count VAGCOM, at my disposal at any time. Yes, it's a luxury. Problem is, in the aftermarket, if you don't have OE scan tools, this is where you need to go. or invest in OE scan tools, because you will find this tool doesn't do it, this one will, vice versa. Every manufacturer has stuff that does and stuff that doesn't. So that's why I have multiple scan tools. Just an FYI, the OTC and the Bosch were provided by Bosch. They sponsor me. Honestly, in my opinion, would I buy the Bosch tool? Yes, absolutely, I would. I like this tool a lot. The fact that the updates are a lot more affordable than this guy. I know this guy has a built-in scope module, but my Snap-on dealer quoted me on a new Zeus, and no. Obviously, with what I've got, this tool saves our butt on a daily basis. This is really handy when you need a quick scope. That's all I got to say. Snap-on does have some good stuff, but it's getting really, really expensive. And I've got, you know, Autel to keep updated. Snap-on, they keep, you know, Snap-on's updates are not cheap. So, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master. I really love dead air while I'm listening to a boom, 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 boom.